First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. About ready to get this one started. Amy Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go here in Atlanta. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Pitts is the man in motion. Now Penix to throw on second down. A gain there of 11. First down, Atlanta.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, here is Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Quick throw here is complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. That touchdown, number 11 on the year. Carlson's kick is good. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. This will be returned from the 2. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10.
All right.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7.
Here we go.
Dell motioning over. They'll stick with him again. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Kalen Bullock there on the tackle. Here comes 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Now Carl Carlson to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Falcons move out on top, 14-0. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. This is going to be taken in at the 3. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Drive will start on the ground. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
A second down throw for Stroud. That is incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. Still on the move. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 80 yards. Touchdown, Houston. Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Texans are on the board. It's now 14-7. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
Okay, ready? Here we go. Hup.
The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
He's got room to the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain. Let's go now.
On first down, right back to Robinson. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
60 back, 60 back, 70 Timberwolf, 18 back, 18 back, check.
From the gun, it's Penix. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
on third down. Penix. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 10. It is a big play there for the Falcons. 33 yards.
Here we go, set. Go.
They'll run with Robinson. And he's in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Atlanta. Carlson now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons will take a 21-7 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. This will be taken in at the 2. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. They'll go play action with Stroud. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. So they'll talk over what. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
On the quick, right? Look at high, look at high.
From the gun, here's Stroud. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Clark Phillips. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Carlson able to knock through the extra point. And the Falcons add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
To throw is Stroud. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
A handoff as they try to run it here. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. Now he takes off. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
Mike, this is an impressive run, especially considering the fact it was zone coverage. That's a lot of defenders with eyeballs in the backfield focused on the quarterback. So to be able to escape the pocket and pick up good yardage, really good play.
Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. To the ground, a first down run. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here's a third down and 4. To throw, it's Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Dell.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handles. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Took that one outside, waiting for that cutback lane, but it never developed. No gain on the carry. Here now, third and 5.
Here we go.
Now Stroud. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
At their own 41-yard line.
Ready up.
They'll come up here, first and 10.
Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Complete. Former first-round pick Drake London with the catch. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession's going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
From the 39, here's a first and 10. Now Robinson. Bijan Robinson. The speed on display. He's in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Falcons. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30.
Here we go, let's go.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's already been a little reckless with his decision-making up until this point, Mike, and now it almost backfires on him again. He has to do a better job of finding the matchups, finding the space on the field so everything is not a forced ball into these tight windows.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Here we go.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
Ow, good night. Good night.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. He's got Dell for that one. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Oh, hey. Good night.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here.
Number 35, the ball carrier. An 8-yard pickup. And the Texans 1st down.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
All right.
They'll stay on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime.
On the quick, right?
On 2nd down, Stroud. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit. Final 2nd now of this 1st half as this one is away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play.
Falcons 35, Texans 13.
All right, Coach, 2nd half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us. here on EA Sports.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This is fielded inside the 5. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Oh, ready.
And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 40-yard line. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
Boy, they got the block to spring him, and it was a foot race. And when he gets in that foot race, Mike, he's normally good for this type of yardage before anyone's able to run him down.
He'll spot his big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 6.
Oh, ready.
Back to throw. Stroud. The second down throw is incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Viking 18.
From the gun, here is Penix. Quick throw, taken in. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. Looking to throw, it's Penix. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
On 2nd down, Penix. That's caught right side. It's London. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. Great run after the catch in the open field. A pickup of 24. First and 10 now from the 36. And here's Bijan. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Slot receiver headed right. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. First down away to the 26-yard line. And here's third down. To throw is Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a first down.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average. And frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins. That is catch number 60 for the season. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Throwing is Stroud. They go right back to Collins. He's got it again. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of... They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Here we go, let's go.
They'll go play action with Stroud. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's a prototypical coverage set. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
He'll dodge one would-be tackler. He'll wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. From the gun, here's Stroud. That's taken in. Oh, he's going to be very close. It depends on the mark. But he is short. They've held him on fourth down.
Here we go, set.
And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
Let's go.
Another run here for Robinson. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. Third and 5. Pitts is the man in motion. On third down, Penix. And that is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10. Stroud going to set up to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
What really stood out to me, Mike, was the body language of the middle linebacker prior to the ball being snapped. So often we see the guy who's blitzing, they get a little antsy and they tip their hand. But that wasn't the case here. He times it perfectly, nobody accounts for him, and he comes away with the sack.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Oh, and
They'll turn and hand this one off. A good push from the defense. They get him down back in his own 10.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Let's see what they do here. This is fourth and long. Stroud. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
At the 16-yard line.
Set, ready.
A give, and here comes Robinson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Pitts is the man in motion. They'll go again with Robinson. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Ready, ready.
Third and long.
70 Lion. Ready, go.
And now things are going to get more difficult. Movement up front, going to move them further back.
On the jump.
The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. On the give, it's Robinson. He'll be stopped here, short of the first down marker. Penalty flag is out as well. On now, Daniel Carlson to try the field goal. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw, it's Stroud. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
He's across midfield. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. The ball's out. It's scooped up by the Falcons. Inside the 30. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. Now Carlson to add the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Falcons stretch things out even further. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Stroud to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
A run now on 2nd down. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
This is a clear example of a running back who really trusts his speed. He understands if he just holds his line towards the sideline, he's going to outrun most of the defenders on the field. That's exactly what he does. Picks up the 1st down before being forced out of bounds.
11. Why, Tony?
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
A throw caught by Dell on the outside. So it's a win here for the Falcons. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big first quarter lead, did not look back.